Well, tonight we're hearing from worried neighbors in Prince George's County. Our Alexis Wainwright kicking off our coverage tonight in Clinton, Maryland. Alexis, are things any better there on Denton Street? And what are county officials saying?
Well, Annie, tonight I can tell you Prince George's County leaders continue to ask people here to be patient. They say that crews are still working their way through all of these residential areas. And as you mentioned, we are back on Denton Drive in Clinton. Nothing has changed, sadly. The roads look even more rough. We've seen several neighbors coming in and out getting stuck right here at the intersection. We got stuck twice. 5 minutes ago, we just helped a driver push away and go back home after getting stuck here. So a lot of people frustrated and say this feels like just last year. For the second day in a row, we're unable to drive down Denton Drive in Clinton.
Very, very disappointed today to wake up to the same exact thing as last year. I've seen a couple of people trying to get out of the neighborhood and they cannot.
The roads in this Prince George's County neighborhood haven't been cleaned yet, and that's what neighbors voiced concerns about last week. Tawana Harper updated us via Zoom. She is one of the many who was stuck for days last year. She's worried about getting her husband to his dialysis appointments.
I have to have my husband at dialysis 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, which is Tuesday. Couldn't get out today, which is his normal day. But I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get out tomorrow.
My mom lives with me, and if something was to happen with her or my son and I needed to get out.
Just 2 miles away, we spoke with Yalissa Gamble, who lives on Beverly Avenue, about the obstacles she's facing.
I can't do anything with the mountain that's in front of my driveway.
She says the plows have been coming consistently, but
the more they come, because, I believe the plows sit at an angle, they've just pushed it up against this side.
She says then she called 311 for help.
She cut me off and she told me, no, we don't plow driveways.
She also says the person over the phone said they're not taking any orders today. Gamble and Harper have the same message for county leaders tonight.
I know that the residential streets, secondary streets are not the priority, but I understand most of the main roads have been cleared. But where does that leave the neighbors, the neighborhoods? And I just think it's sad.
And tonight I can tell you I've reached out to the County Unified Command Center. I've also reached out County Executive Aisha Brayboy's office about these two specific things, and we have not heard back just yet. Also, within the last 5 to 10 minutes, people pulling over here, giving us more complaints about other neighborhoods here in Clinton and also in Temple Hill. So it's not just these two women that we spoke with, several other people here in the county frustrated and hoping for some type of change sometime soon. But we'll have more at 5. But for now, reporting live in Prince George's County, Alexis Wainwright, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Alexis, thank you so much. So frustrating, I know, for many residents. Well, the day after the big storm, D.C. is bouncing back little by little. Rafael Sanchez Cruz has been riding around today. Right now, Rafael, you're on the National Mall. That layer of ice also posing a challenge for everybody.
Yeah, that's right, Annie. I mean, it looks beautiful and it looks like snow, but there is a thick, very thick layer of ice, and across the district, residents tell me that this ice is going to make it harder to get back to normal.
Across the district,
that's how you get it up.
Neighbors are chipping away at the ice.
I don't want to overdo it and have a heart attack.
In Northwest D.C., Jocelyn Amini relying on her father's old gardening tool.
It's not easy.
She's not wrong.
I mean, I think the city's doing the best they can. They've come up and down this road and done a really good job of clearing it.
In historic Anacostia,
it's hard, real hard.
Crews cleared the sidewalks along the business corridor so pedestrians don't have to walk in the street.
Yes, I'm 56 years old, but I got to get my car out. I got to go to work tomorrow.
In Southeast D.C., Marlo Davis is frustrated.
This is all ice. I actually work in Rockville. I was due to work today.
But she didn't make it in. All the cars along Hunter Place Southeast were stuck with a thick layer of ice.
Like, we still have lives. We live here. We can't get out without some help. Send help now.
In downtown D.C., crews responded to a 12-inch water main break near McPherson Square Metro Station.
Well, right here, it looks like the road has caved in. The road has caved in.
Yeah, D.C. Water tells us that water main break could take up to 8 to 10 hours to get fixed. But of course, these cold temperatures could delay the process entirely. I think overall in the district, DC officials are asking people just to have some patience, and for some DC neighbors, that patience is running out. I'm live in Northwest. I'm Rafael Sanchez Cruz, WUSA 9.
Oh boy, tough situation. All right, Rafael, thank you for that. Our Matthew Torres, he's been driving around Northern Virginia today. Matthew, what are you finding out in Fairfax and the surrounding cities, and what has it been looking like over there?
Hey Annie, right now we are on I-66 east on the express lanes. We just passed the Chain Bridge exit. We are just behind a couple of plow trucks for VDOT as they continue to clear out the snow from the shoulder and lay down the salt mixture. So this is the good news. This is what it looks like on the interstate. It's been looking pretty good throughout the whole day, but what we have been noticing are the secondary streets and the side roads, some of them still very much problematic. And on top of that, we are seeing the snow buildup being tricky for residents as they try to get out. One by one, plows clear snow along Leesburg Pike. But step by step,
it's pretty impossible to do a simple walk that you think would be no problem.
Kathy Stallings struggles to walk to a restaurant a block away, eventually turning around.
It's just really deep, and every step you take, your foot goes all the way down and all the ice goes through your boot.
On top of already covered sidewalks, the snow pushed aside is only piling up and growing in front of this Falls Church community on Dominion Drive.
Terrible, it's so uninviting. I hate to see it.
This man, barely able to reverse, decided it's not worth driving over the heaping pile of snow.
The plow company, they went around and they did the neighborhoods surrounding around, but they don't actually do Dominion Drive, so it's very hard to get in and out of the neighborhoods.
How am I going to get to work at 12? So it took me about 2 hours to dig myself out.
For this neighbor around the corner,
no, I never seen snow like this.
Digging out will likely take more than 2 hours.
This is regular dustpan for home. I'm training like I didn't go to gym today.
Block by block, main roads in Fairfax County were mostly cleared, but expected plunging temperatures are ahead, and side streets clearly still untouched are heating up concerns.
The main roads are perfect, but how do you get to the main roads if the back roads are covered?
Community members like Stallings can only hope for the best, day by day, step by step.
I'm gonna keep going.
All right, so this is, again, another live look on I-66 express lanes just passing the Fairfax exit. VDOT continues to ask people to stay off the roads if possible. They do not want snow and ice compacting on the ground here. And there's also a reason why your street might be untouched. So as a reminder, here in Fairfax County, your property management as well as the Homeowners Association is really responsible for taking care of the snow when it comes to private streets. Annie.
Yeah, there's just so much snow, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Matthew, yesterday I noticed that some of the crews were using bulldozers to remove some of that snow off the beltway and just kind of, placing it past the guardrail. Did you see any of that going on today to get rid of some of the snow?
So far, none of that big machinery, but we did, of course, see the plow trucks. I think they're taking care of the last minute stuff there. Just giving you another look as far as here on the interstate. We haven't seen as many plow trucks because you can see just how well they've treated the interstates as far as the sides already. But I wouldn't be surprised if that does become an issue again, that we would see that type of equipment down the road.
All right, Matthew, thank you for giving us that snapshot of Fairfax County and beyond.